Hello students, I am Dr. Shrikant Bavse, Assistant Professor at Department of Advanced Management Studies, GS College of Commerce, Wardha. Today, in this video, we are going to study the criteria for individual stocks and the criteria for indices to include in the trading and the future and options. Let's start that the criteria is laid down by the SEBI, that is the Stock Market Regulator, Securities Exchange Board of India. Because SEBI is a watchdog, SEBI decides which stock to be included for the trading and which stock shall be excluded from the trading, because it is a very risky affair and the money is at stake. Being the regulator, Securities Exchange Board of India continuously monitor the stock movements, their delivery volumes, their trading volumes, their margin exposures, their open market positions, each and everything to avoid any kind of risk. If the company is from a very sound management, if the company is performing very well in the past, if the company is having a good market share, only then it is eligible for listing into the stock market. Even after the listing in the stock market, there are many eligibility criteria which that particular security has to fulfill. So, let us see what are those eligibility criteria with respect to individual security and with respect to the indices, and last but not the least with respect to inclusion into the major index, that is Sensex and Nifty 50. These guidelines are given by the regulator. Fixed guidelines are given and these guidelines are also subject to change from time to time as per the risk management system of our regulator, that is SEBI. This surveillance measure is taken by the SEBI for finding out any discrepancy, right time at the right moment to avoid any kind of scam or fraud in a particular security. Nowadays, each and everything has become online, each and everything is very much transparent, but still SEBI make it sure to make the market very healthy and there should not be any kind of scams or frauds in the stock market. So what are the criteria for new and existing stocks? The first criteria is average daily market capitalization. There are three types of companies. First one is the large cap company. Second one is the mid cap company, and third one is the small cap company. Any company whose market capitalization is above 5,000 crores is turned into the large cap company. Any company which is having market capitalization less than 5,000 crores but greater than 1,000 crore is termed as mid cap company, and the company which is having market capitalization of less than 1,000 crores is termed as a small cap company. So the average daily market capitalization of a company is monitored on a regular basis by the bourses, that is National Stock Exchange and Bombay Stock Exchange. These figures are also ascertained by the SEBI and only after fulfilling the criteria of average daily market capitalization that particular stock is included in the derivatives segment or in the Nifty 50 index. The second one is the average daily traded value. Now what is average daily traded value? Suppose there are 1 crore shares in the stock market and each share price is 100 rupees. At that time, its market capitalization will be 100 crores, and when they are traded completely, it will be its daily traded value. Suppose this traded value can be 50%, 60%, 70%, or even we can say 10%. But if its average daily traded value is less than 70%, it will be a question mark. But if its average traded value is more than 70%, at that time the chances are brighter that this security can be traded on the derivatives segment. So high daily traded value is good for inclusion into the derivatives segment. Then market wide position limit. Now what is market wide position limit? Market wide position limit is the number of contracts, future contracts and option contracts open on a particular date, on a particular security or on a particular index. These contracts may be long and may be short. The combination of both these will become the market wide position limit. If the market wide position limit is extremely high, at that time it will be an alarm and that particular security will be banned for trading for certain trading days. And if its market wide position limit is average, is good, at that time that security will be traded into derivatives segment. Then average daily delivery volume, that how many people are buying the stock in the delivery segment, not in the trading segment, because people, traders, investors used to speculate on the intraday basis, but it does not give a right picture whether the company is good or bad, whether the company is performing good or whether it is performing bad. But when someone is taking its delivery, at that time it shows the confidence of investor or trader into particular company. So if the average daily delivery volume is high, at that time that company may be considered for inclusion into the derivatives segment. Next one is the average daily delivery value, not less than 10 crores in 6 months. The regulator and the exchange decides to review any stock for a period of 6 months, and if its average daily delivery value is above 10 crores, only then it will be considered for the inclusion. If it is less than 10 crores, it won't be considered for the inclusion. Next, the company which will be included in the derivatives segment must be from top 500 companies. That company should not be any XYZ company, that should be a reputed company, that should be a top 500 companies list, and any company which is above top 500 companies will not be eligible for inclusion in the derivatives segment, because top 500 companies shows a great management and great future prospects. Next one is the last 6 months trading volume or value, which is also considered by the exchange, that is National Stock Exchange, and the Bombay Stock Exchange, monitored by the SEBI. It should have a great volume and the value. Non-promoter free float holding trading more than 20%. Every company is having maximum promoter stake, but to include in the derivative segment the non-promoter holding, that is the public holding of that particular scrip, should be more than 20%. How? Just I am giving a simple example. If the promoter stake is 50%, now remaining 50% are with the other investors. Out of that 50% which are held by the other investors rather than the promoter, should have the free float holding trading of more than 20% for inclusion into the derivatives segment. Next, existing F&O stocks fails to meet criteria. Suppose if any stock is having future and options available on them, and if that existing F&O stocks fails to meet criteria, at that time no fresh month contract is issued on that particular scrip because it is not meeting the criteria. Stock banned for 3 consecutive months due to market wide position limit. If the stock is banned for complete 3 consecutive months, at that time that stock will be excluded from the derivatives segment. Number of eligible securities varies from month to month, as these securities are completely monitored by both exchanges and SEBI. If any of the stock is not fulfilling the criteria for consecutive 3 months, at that time that will be excluded from the derivatives segment, and a new company's contract will be included. So this is called as the survival of the fittest. Next one, reintroduction. That is, if the stock is failed to meet the above criteria for say 3 months, gets excluded from the derivatives segment, and after an year or two, if that company performs well, that stock will also perform well, and if it again fulfills the enhanced criteria for complete 6 months, then at that time that contract will be reintroduced on the derivatives segment. Then criteria for indices. We are having different indices. Major indices are Nifty 50, then Bank Nifty, Sensex. There are other small indices like Metal Index, Pharma Index, Healthcare Index, etc. So if any stock want to include it into the indices, what are the criteria? 80% of securities in index are individually eligible for derivatives trading. For example, if Bank Nifty is having 12 stocks, so out of that 12 stocks, 80% of stocks from the Bank Nifty should have the derivatives contract on them. That is, they must be trading into the future and option segment actively. Then no single stock weightage of more than 5%. Why this is so? If only one stock is having more than 5% weightage on the index, that stock will be having an ability to influence the index majorly. In case of any fraud or scam, the complete index will get collapsed. So in order to avoid these things, there should not be weightage of more than 5%. Next one is the regular monitoring by the SEBI. Now, if any index fails to meet this eligibility criteria for 3 consecutive months, no fresh contract will be introduced, and any existing contract which is open, that will get expire, and that will be end on the expiry, till the expiry. Now, what is the framework for continued eligibility? For continuing the eligibility, the major framework is for the Nifty 50 stocks, 15% trading members active in all index derivatives. From any number of trading members, if you will take 100% trading members, out of that 15% trading members should be active in all index derivatives, or 20 trading members, total 15% or total 20 trading members active, whichever is lower. Next one, trading on 75% of the trading days during review period. When the SEBI takes it into the review, at that time 75% should be trading on the review period. Then average daily open interest of 4 crores during review period. Open interest is the number of contracts added in the long side as well as on the short side, that should be greater than the 4 crores during the review period of last 6 months. Now, most important, the revision is done semi-annually basis for the Nifty 50 index, that is twice in a year. Weak constituents replaced by new companies which are fulfilling the criteria. Merger and acquisition exclusion, if any company gets merged and if any company gets acquired, at that time the exchange gives a notice of 4 weeks, and after that, that will be replaced, included or excluded, or renamed also. Then India Index Services and Products, this is a wholly owned subsidiary of National Stock Exchange which manages the 67 indices of National Stock Exchange. So this is the complete idea about the criteria for stocks and index for trading. Thank you.